Welcome back to Follow the Money. The bankrupt solar company Solyndra blew $500 million in taxpayer money. Now Obama's Labor Department, guess what, is handing former Solyndra workers $13,000 each. That's a total of another 14 million taxpayer dollars. When are we going to be done paying for this stupid, wrong-headed nightmare? Joining me now is Congressman Mike Kelly. He may have an answer or two about this. Member of the House Committee on Oversight, which has been investigating the Solyndra scandal. Welcome, sir. First question right out of the box. I come from a world where we understand corporate bankruptcies, personal bankruptcies. When you declare bankruptcy, that means you don't owe your creditors money anymore. Is that not right?
Well, yeah, that's certainly the motto I understand.
Okay, so how in the world are the taxpayer going to pony up another $14 million, taxpayer dollars, to employees of a bankrupt company?
Well, you know what, Eric, we've had this conversation before, and this is a case where the president's green agenda just means red ink for the American taxpayers. Every penny that we're talking about comes out of the hard-working American families, out of their tax dollars. And I'm so fed up of hearing, don't worry about it, the government's going to cover the cost of it. Baloney. Taxpayers are covering the cost of every single penny. Now, this is another example of science that's way out in front of the market. The president says, no, we're going to do this. We're going to dedicate $35 billion to this green agenda. Come on, stop. Give me a break. The market is not ready for this. We threw $500 million at Solyndra, another $14.3 million in unemployment for TAA. This doesn't make sense to us as Americans.
Work with me here, though, sir. Work with me here.
Absolutely.
So we put $535 million into Solyndra. Then we got subordinated by some investment group that get in front of the taxpayer $75 million. Now we're going to give them $14 million more, which means that those investors aren't going to pay it. We're still going to pay it. The taxpayer's still going to pay it, not them.
Oh. Yeah, and we're on the hook for all of it. And we know that 42 cents of every dollar we spend is borrowed. But again, it comes back to, look, at this time of the year, none of us want to see any of our friends or our family out of work. Now, this is a case where if we put all this money into green training, then obviously we either have trained the wrong way, or these folks are already trained. They should just slide into another green job. We shouldn't have to put extra money from the TAA in it. Now, we've got unemployment benefits for people that are out of work. I understand that. We all pay into that. But this, Eric, this is such upside-down thinking, and we keep seeing it time after time after time from a president who, you know what, the snapshots were good on this guy going into his election, but the running footage on this administration is horrible. It's nothing but red ink, and more red ink.
Last words, sir, only about half a minute or so. Why don't we ask the Chinese what they think about us borrowing money from them to pay off, bankrupt companies' employees?
Well, you know what? I think the Chinese are just fine as long as we're a good investment. And I think at the end of the day, though, they're going to start wondering about, you're going to pay us back with money that's worth less than what we lent you? There comes a time when it all hits the fan, and we're very close to that. There's still time to fix it, but it's going to take a strong stomach to do it, and we've got to do it right now. It's not optional anymore. We've got to get this fixed.
All right, Representative Mike Kelly, thank you very much, sir. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks. You too, Eric. Great talking with you.